Your only competition is you. Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about something that often gets overlooked in the rush to succeed and be the best. Your only true competition. It's not the person ahead of you, the person you admire, or the person you're trying to outdo. Your only competition is you. You see, the world around us often encourages comparisons, whether it's the number of achievements, followers, or material success. But the real truth is, true growth, lasting success, and fulfillment come from competing against the person you were yesterday. It comes from challenging yourself to be better, to be stronger, to be smarter. When you shift your focus inward, that's when the magic happens. You stop worrying about what others are doing, and you begin to focus on what you can do. And that, my friends, is the first step toward creating the life you've always dreamed of. Now let's dive deeper into why the only competition you need is the version of yourself you've yet to become. The essence of true competition. When we think of competition, we often think about external sources, the person next to us at work, a rival in sports, or someone we feel we need to surpass to prove ourselves. But true competition, the kind that fuels growth and long-term success, has nothing to do with others. It's about competing with the version of yourself from yesterday. True competition is internal. It's about striving to improve, to evolve, and to push past your own limits. The person you were yesterday is the only person you need to outdo. This mindset allows you to focus on your growth without being distracted by comparisons to others. You might look at someone else's success and feel tempted to measure yourself against them. However, if you constantly compare yourself to others, you end up overlooking the fact that your path is unique. What works for someone else might not work for you, and vice versa. Competing with yourself means constantly asking, how can I do better? How can I improve today? It's about setting personal benchmarks that allow you to measure your progress, whether it's improving a skill, achieving a goal, or simply becoming more disciplined in your daily habits. When you make self-improvement your priority, you stop worrying about what others are achieving. Instead, you start focusing on your own journey, which will ultimately lead to fulfillment and satisfaction. The essence of true competition is realizing that no one else can take your place in this world. There's no one else who can fulfill your potential except you. Therefore, the only person you need to compete with is yourself. If you focus on being better today than you were yesterday, you will always be moving forward, and your growth will know no bounds. In a world full of external pressures, remember that your journey is your own. Don't let others define your success. Instead, take ownership of your path and compete with yourself to become the best version of who you're meant to be. Focus on your own path. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to get distracted by what others are doing. Social media, advertisements, and even well-meaning friends and family can pull our attention away from our own journey. But the truth is, comparing yourself to others only leads to stress, confusion, and frustration. The secret to real success lies in focusing on your own path and embracing your unique journey. When you focus on your own path, you stop measuring your worth based on someone else's achievements. Instead of worrying about how fast others are moving or how far along they are, you learn to appreciate your own progress and growth. This shift in perspective frees you from the toxic cycle of comparison and allows you to stay focused on what really matters, your own potential and your own goals. Every person's journey is different. You may not have the same starting point as others, and your pace may be slower or faster depending on your circumstances. But what's important is that you stay true to yourself and move forward at a pace that feels right for you. Life isn't a race, and the most important competition is not with others, it's with yourself. Focusing on your own path also means acknowledging that challenges and setbacks are part of the process. They are not reasons to quit or to compare yourself negatively to others, but opportunities to learn, grow, and refine your approach. By focusing inward, you'll develop the strength to face those challenges and use them as stepping stones toward your success. Another key element of focusing on your own path is setting personal goals. When you define success on your own terms, you remove the pressure to live up to external standards. Your goals should reflect your values, your interests, and your dreams, not someone else's idea of what you should achieve. When you align your actions with your true purpose, you'll find motivation and fulfillment that external validation can never provide. As you walk your own path, remember that it's okay to take detours, to adjust your goals, and to redefine success as you grow. Your journey is uniquely yours, and it's meant to be lived authentically. When you focus on your own path, you gain clarity and confidence, and that's when you truly start to thrive. Set personal benchmarks. In the journey toward success, one of the most powerful tools at your disposal is setting personal benchmarks. These benchmarks are not just arbitrary goals or milestones, they are the standards by which you measure your growth and progress. They are a reflection of who you are today, who you were yesterday, and who you strive to become tomorrow. Unlike external competition, which forces you to compare yourself to others, personal benchmarks help you focus inward. They provide you with a framework for continuous self-improvement, ensuring that each step you take moves you closer to your ideal version of yourself. Setting these benchmarks allows you to avoid the dangerous trap of measuring your success by someone else's standards. The first step in setting personal benchmarks is understanding your unique aspirations. Ask yourself, what do you want to achieve? What does success look like for you? These questions may seem simple, but they are essential for defining your path. Your goals should be tailored to your own abilities, desires, and circumstances, not based on societal expectations or other people's achievements. Once you've established your aspirations, break them down into smaller, manageable goals. This is where personal benchmarks come into play. Rather than focusing on distant, overwhelming objectives, set smaller, measurable goals that you can track over time. These milestones should be challenging but realistic, pushing you to grow without overwhelming you. By accomplishing these smaller goals, you create a sense of momentum that propels you forward. Personal benchmarks also help you stay accountable. By having concrete targets to work toward, you ensure that you are making progress, even if that progress is incremental. Instead of relying on vague feelings of doing my best, you can evaluate your success based on tangible results. This keeps you motivated and focused on moving forward rather than getting discouraged by setbacks. Another key aspect of setting personal benchmarks is flexibility. Life is unpredictable, and sometimes circumstances change. Don't be afraid to adjust your benchmarks as needed. If you encounter obstacles or realize your goals need recalibrating, allow yourself the grace to adapt. Your benchmarks are there to guide you, not to confine you. By remaining flexible, you stay focused on growth rather than perfection. The power of personal benchmarks lies in the fact that they are yours and yours alone. They are not determined by external pressures or comparisons. As you achieve each milestone, you'll gain confidence, increase your skills, and sharpen your focus. Over time, these small successes will build into monumental achievements, and you'll find yourself far closer to your dreams than you ever thought possible. Setting personal benchmarks is about creating a framework for success that aligns with your values and aspirations. It's a way of competing with the version of yourself you were yesterday, always striving to improve and grow. When you focus on your own progress, you build the life you want, and no one can take that from you. Overcoming self-imposed limitations. When we think of competition, we often envision external factors competing against others in our field, striving to be the best, or achieving more than the person next to us. However, one of the most significant battles we face is the internal struggle with our own self-imposed limitations. These limitations can take many forms: fear, doubt, insecurity, or the belief that we're not capable of achieving our dreams. In reality, these limitations are not a reflection of our true potential, but are often mental barriers that hold us back from reaching our fullest capacity. The first step in overcoming these self-imposed limitations is recognizing that they exist. Most of us don't realize just how much power we give to our own fears and doubts. We might believe that we're not good enough, not smart enough, or not deserving enough to achieve the things we desire. These limiting beliefs can become so ingrained in our minds that they start to feel like truths, even though they are merely perceptions, often shaped by past experiences or negative influences. To break free from these limitations, the first thing we need to do is challenge the narrative we've created in our minds. Ask yourself, what are the beliefs I hold about myself that are holding me back? Are they based on facts, Or are they assumptions that I've internalized over time? By questioning these beliefs, we begin to see that they are often not as solid as they seem. Another key to overcoming self-imposed limitations is developing self-awareness. Self-awareness allows you to identify the triggers that cause you to doubt your abilities or feel inadequate. It's essential to recognize when you're falling into the trap of limiting beliefs, so you can consciously shift your mindset. This shift may involve replacing thoughts of I can't with I can, or I'm not good enough with I'm learning and growing. Changing your inner dialogue is one of the most effective ways to break free from these barriers. A significant part of overcoming self-imposed limitations is taking action, even when you don't feel ready. Often the fear of failure or the fear of the unknown is enough to stop us in our tracks. But here's the truth. Perfection is not required to make progress. In fact, waiting for the perfect moment to start can prevent you from ever moving forward. Embrace the idea of progress over perfection. Every step you take, even if it's small or imperfect, brings you closer to your goal. Another powerful tool in overcoming self-imposed limitations is reframing failure. Many of us view failure as a sign that we are not capable, but in reality, failure is one of the greatest teachers we have. Each failure provides invaluable lessons about what works and what doesn't, about what we need to improve, and about how we can approach challenges in the future. Instead of seeing failure as something negative, start viewing it as an essential part of your growth. Each time you fail, you learn, and each lesson learned is a step toward overcoming your limitations. One of the most crucial factors in breaking free from self-imposed limitations is surrounding yourself with positivity. The people you spend time with, the content you consume, and the environments you place yourself in can all influence your mindset. If you surround yourself with individuals who uplift and support you, they can help you see your potential when you may be doubting it. Likewise, consuming motivational content, reading books, and engaging in activities that inspire you can fuel your belief in yourself. The power of overcoming self-imposed limitations lies in the realization that you have the ability to shape your own destiny. No one else can determine your success unless you allow them to. The only thing holding you back is the belief that you are held back. Once you break free from these mental barriers, the world becomes full of possibilities. Take a moment to reflect on your own limitations. What's stopping you from reaching your fullest potential? Is it a fear of failure? A lack of confidence? An internalized belief that you're not capable? Remember that these are not truths, they are simply barriers created in your mind, and they can be dismantled by challenging your fears, taking action despite your doubts, reframing failure as a learning opportunity, and surrounding yourself with positive influences. You will begin to break free from the limitations you've set for yourself. The truth is that you are far more capable than you think. The only person standing in your way is you. Once you recognize this and take the necessary steps to overcome your self-imposed limitations, you'll find that you are capable of achieving far more than you ever imagined. So ask yourself today, what are the limitations you're ready to overcome? What would you do if you truly believed there was nothing holding you back? The world is waiting for you to step into your power. Don't let your own mind stop you from reaching your dreams. Overcome your self-imposed limitations and watch as you begin to unlock the vast potential that lies within you. The power of consistency in self-competition. When it comes to achieving success, one of the most underestimated forces is consistency. People often talk about motivation, ambition, and big goals, but the true key to long-term success is the ability to keep showing up every day regardless of obstacles, setbacks, or even the fleeting enthusiasm that fades after the initial excitement. In the context of competing with yourself, consistency becomes your greatest ally. Consistency isn't about doing everything perfectly, it's about doing the right things over and over again, day in and day out, even when it feels like you're not making progress. It's the act of sticking to your commitments, improving little by little, and committing to personal growth with no expectation of immediate results. While external competition can be a driving force, internal consistency in your habits and mindset ensures that you're always moving forward, even in small increments. The first step in cultivating consistency is understanding that success is not a one-time event, but a journey of continuous improvement. Too many people give up because they expect immediate results, but true success comes from compounding efforts. Each action you take, no matter how small, adds up over time. The key to long-term success is the willingness to embrace the process without rushing toward the end result. Start by setting clear and achievable goals that align with your personal aspirations. When you set these goals, break them down into smaller, manageable tasks. This makes it easier to stay consistent because instead of feeling overwhelmed by a massive objective, you can focus on one step at a time. Each task you complete adds to your sense of accomplishment and drives you to keep going. You'll be amazed at how quickly these small wins accumulate and how they snowball into bigger successes. Another critical element of consistency is creating systems and routines that support your goals. When you build habits that align with your desires, they become second nature. You don't have to rely on motivation alone. Consistent effort becomes automatic because it is embedded into your daily routine. Whether it's exercising regularly, reading daily, or setting aside time to work on your craft, the habits you form today will shape your future success. Systems are crucial because they allow you to show up every day without needing to make decisions about whether or not to take action. The decision has already been made. Consistency doesn't mean rigidity. Life happens, and obstacles will arise. Flexibility is an essential aspect of maintaining consistency. If you encounter a setback or an unexpected challenge, it's important to stay focused on your long-term vision and adjust your plan as needed. Consistency is about being committed to progress, not perfection. There will be days when things don't go as planned, but what matters most is that you continue to make progress, no matter how small. Each step forward is a step closer to your goal. One of the most powerful ways consistency enhances self-competition is by building confidence and resilience. When you show up every day, even when you're not seeing immediate results, you prove to yourself that you're capable of achieving your dreams. The more you commit to consistency, the more you learn about your own strength and determination. With each passing day, you build the mental muscle to overcome challenges and push through self-doubt. This resilience is key to winning the battle with yourself. Another important aspect of consistency is that it helps you refine your process and results over time. By showing up consistently, you develop an acute sense of awareness about what works and what doesn't. You become better at identifying your strengths and weaknesses, which allows you to make the necessary adjustments to improve. This process of continuous refinement is a hallmark of those who achieve lasting success. It's not about being perfect from the start, it's about being willing to keep improving, even when things don't go according to plan. As you move forward in your journey, remember that success is built on the foundation of consistent effort. When you commit to competing with yourself and showing up day after day, you create momentum that will carry you through challenges and setbacks. You may not always see immediate results, but over time, your consistent actions will lead to exponential growth. I think about it, if you commit to working on your goals every day for a year, you'll be amazed at the progress you've made by the end of that time. The small actions that seemed insignificant at the time will add up to major achievements. The power of consistency is that it turns little efforts into massive results over time. Hey, remember that the real competition isn't with others, it's with the version of yourself that you were yesterday. Each day you have the opportunity to improve, to refine, and to elevate yourself to a higher level. The more consistent you are in your pursuit of your goals, the closer you get to becoming the person you aspire to be. Your journey is unique, and the key to reaching your highest potential lies in the consistency you maintain in your efforts. So, make a commitment today to show up consistently, to invest in your growth, and to keep competing with yourself. The results will follow, and the person you become in the process will be the greatest reward of all. Thank you.